Yep, so Duncan I work as a medical rep in cardiology in the pharmaceutical industry, so working out of hospitals. How do I feel today? I've just done a workout, so I'm covered in sweat and a red face, but I feel really good. My background's in exercise physiology, but a long time ago. So just that step in, meeting yourself and Mike and just going, this is a great place to connect in with. I was working out at another gym at the time, but I just found that this was the next level of sort of my understanding, or sort of increasing my understanding of movement. So it seemed to fit nicely in with what I sort of look at in life, and yeah, it was good, nice transition. Yeah, well, I've got a background in movement, and I thought I knew enough. So working out in some of the gyms, but I was starting to find there was a bit of a lack in understanding of what they were doing, probably to even where I sort of had a basic knowledge. Had a background in martial arts for about 20 years as well. So I wanted something that was a little bit more functional in movement, and this opened my eyes to coming here. Yeah, so it was good. The big thing is just the variety, hitting the muscles in different ways. But it's been a massive unlearn for me. You know, I've come from a science, Bachelor of Human Movement Science, I used to own my own fitness studio, and this is, quite a few years ago, but just seeing the evolution of movement now, had to do a lot of unlearning, a lot of humility, to sort of just take on the new movements and stuff, which has been great. Things like the depths of doing squats quite differently. Back in the old days, we used to get to 90 degrees, but being able to take it beyond that has actually been fantastic for my lower back. I've had numerous knee operations over the years, and I've had not one bit of knee pain since doing this at all, so which has been great. Yeah, I think this is probably where I see you guys come from, is that you don't just sort of push through the pain, you actually try and understand it from a functional movement perspective. I think, if anyone was coming in here from an injury perspective, I think this is probably the best place to actually come, as far as being able to work synergistically with, say your osteo or your chiro or your physio, in conjunction with you guys. But I think the base knowledge when I say base knowledge, the depth of knowledge that you guys carry into this place should be able to work with nearly every injury that I've seen. And again, I've worked with a lot of injuries, I've worked with a lot of elite athletes and all that sort of stuff in my years. And you guys, if I had known back then what you guys have sort of shown, I think I would have been a far better professional back in the day. Yeah, I think probably the real draw to wanting to exercise, that's been, it's almost, I wouldn't say an addiction, but it's just this, you notice when you don't exercise. The big changes that I've seen, again, it's just that the posture, even though I'm leaning at the moment, but the posture has just changed dramatically. I feel my core is locking in a lot more. I'm more body aware during the day, so because I'm so used to training in a functional pattern, when I sort of slouch, it doesn't feel right, so I'll constantly come back into it. Strength, my strength's gone exponential. The things that I think we were just doing just under a quarter of a tonne in a sled pull this morning, which is just huge, but it's not stupid weights. You're actually functionally doing it and moving these weights. So there's a lot of things there. For me, it was also looking at being a part of a community that, where you're seeing people that it's not just about movement, it's about connection. And I think that's what this place has in leaps and bounds. You see any new person that comes into the place, you can see how comfortable they are. They sort of, when they first come in, they're a little bit like this, but within, I reckon, about 10 minutes, they're relaxed and laughing and carrying on. So it's just that community environment, and we know how to play in this place. And I think that's probably one of the biggest things lacking in life, is learning how to play. So that's probably it, the community of this place. I think, it's stuff we've talked about in the past, about being surrounding yourself with nutritious people. We have if we want to get healthier physically, we eat nutritious food. If you want to get healthier fit, from a movement perspective, you do functional movement exercises. If you want to you know, be a better version of yourself. You want to make sure that the environment you're immersing yourself in is around that, you know, being surrounded by nutritious people. And I think this place has that you know, density of nutrition, you know, which you look for in life. And so that's probably the thing I'd add. Well, I don't know if you can see in the back room my lovely wife. You know, she had a bad experience. Wasn't entirely to do with the movement program she was doing with a different fitness place, but she ended up having a stroke, and so her confidence level was down dramatically. You know, we joined one of the branch fitness centres, and they had sort of a circuit training sort of fitness, and you know, that was a nice sort of connection for her to do. But she'd come in here and see what I was doing, and then connecting in with the community. And I think it was that connection with the community made her want to be a part of this, and now she just loves it. You know, this morning we had the mind fight. My body was really sore from some big exercises this week. She's going, no, we're going to the gym, which is great. I was going to go, but it was just nice to see that. So I think seeing that influence there as well. Bringing my son down at times when he comes down from Queensland, it's just lovely. You know, I just think it is a beautiful environment you guys have created.